live this morning overlooking a quiet downtown Minneapolis area where we just learned yesterday of new federal investigation into practices of the Minneapolis Police Department. So what does this all mean in the grand scheme of things? We'll look at it like this. The Chauvin case focused on that one police misconduct incident. This investigation, announced by the Department of Justice, is going to look at the department as a whole. They're going to be looking for patterns of discrimination and misconduct, and if they find it, their goal is to fix it. Now, the Department of Justice, through its Civil Rights Division, will enter the Minneapolis Police Department and examine all of their practices. The investigation, according to DOJ officials, will use career attorneys with the department, experts in policing and use of force, plus Minneapolis community members to examine the police department's policies, training, supervision, and use of force investigations.
We're here to dig in and follow the facts where they lead with an open mind. And then at the end of the investigation, we'll make our findings and proceed from there.
Yeah, DOJ investigations similar to this one have resulted in 40 reform agreements across the country, including more than a dozen that are currently active. City and state leaders, from the governor to the Minneapolis mayor, believe an in-depth look into our policing practices is a good idea. And Minneapolis Police Department's Chief Arredondo saying, quote, "I look forward to sharing the great work done by our teams day in and day out with the Department of Justice and getting their feedback on how we can serve our communities even better." And we'll likely learn the outcome of this investigation in a few months, could take up to a year. And community groups, including CARE Minnesota, are demanding that the investigation go even further and reopen all cases of those who've been killed by police in Minnesota.
Yeah, we shall see where this goes, but our numbers are being shown nationally now, so people are seeing what is happening with MPD here.
Meanwhile,